Right. So in 37th, they were asking about in graphic animation defines the starting and ending points of any smooth transition, right? So it is regarding the animation, right? So not the image property inspector, right? Not the panels and not the timeline. If we are talking about a smooth transition, it's always the keyframe, right? A keyframe in graphic animation defines the starting and ending point of any smooth transition. So when we place a keyframe on the starting point, and then we go and put a keyframe on the ending point, then we can create a motion tween, so it will help us to transfer our animation smoothly from starting point to the ending point, right? I wonder whether they have gone with the fourth answer for the 37, like the timeline. To do a smooth transition, we need keyframes as well as we need the motion tween facility, which can be taken along the timeline. Let me check the 37th answer. No, they have gone with the keyframes, right? But the much better answer would be keyframe and the motion tween, right? So it should be the second one. So for 37, it's the second one is the answer. And finally, you are asking me to do a 40th question, right? Which of the following helps to reduce repetitive stress injuries? Yes, we had a problem in that session regarding this, because now repetitive stress injury, it actually talking about the RSI effects. It starts from the neck and goes through the shoulders to your fingers. That's the ache. It generally happens to the right hand, because most of the people are having the things, or using the mouse and the keyboard mostly from their right hand, right? So it is something which happens due to the incorrect posture. So it affects on the right hand side mostly, right? So it is asking which of the following helps to reduce repetitive stress injury when using computers. People, I'm getting a message saying my internet connection is unstable. Uh, do you experience in anything unstable, people? Yeah, I better disconnect the Wi-Fi and stay with my. Yeah, people, can you hear me clearly? Please confirm from your side. Right, okay. Right, okay. Then no problem. Right, so now here the reducing RSI part, keeping the wrist straight and level with the lower arms when typing. Yeah, this will help people. This will help to reduce the RSI, right? So can be considered as a correct one. Taking precautionary measures such as blinking to avoid eye strains. Now, that of course has doubts that it directly affects or directly help to reduce the CSV, computer vision syndrome, CVS, right? So RSI that doubts. Keeping the computer in a suitable place to avoid indirect glare and bright light again. Right. So in the marking scheme, they went with the fourth answer, ABC all, but I have marked the first answer can also be taken as a suitable one, right? Like even in your notebook, when we refer into the RSI, repetitive stress injuries. So yeah, this is where we are talking about RSI. So it's talking about repetitive stress injury is the pain extending from the shoulder to fingers of the body. The effects area can show swelling, hardness that brings out the pain. The difficulty to move the mouse is a result of this pain. The cause of the pain is incorrect posture. Maybe because of like now later they are introducing us the correct posture. So the last two choices, that means tracking precautionary measures such as blinking to avoid eye strain, keeping the computer in suitable place to avoid indirect glare, though those are also being given to consider to have a correct posture, but those cannot be directly effect on the RSI, right? So due to that, if I am marking the paper, I'm going to give you like the correct answer as one as well. Since the marking scheme says everything is correct, so take all are correct regarding these people. එකට all කියලා ගන්න කමක් නැහැ. මොකද ඒකේ clear නැති කමක් තියෙනවා. Right. So yeah, those are the questions that you were asking me to clear. So it is been cleared like that. So see how much you got out of 40. Yes, Minul. Yes, specifically it's going to be A. That's why I'm talking about like the problem is, Minul, here, since they are saying it is incorrect posture. So like incorrect posture describes the seating methods, the distance between eye and the monitor, and the how our hands and arms should be behave. So it's a big picture, right? That is maybe because of the reason that they have gone for the all three answers. But if we referring to a very direct answer, it's going to be A only, right? Okay, so yes, how about the marks, people? Oh. Right, Onetra, yes, that is great. You were there last week as well, Nendu. Yeah, how about the others? Tamadi, okay, a little bit more to go. Minol, that's great. Yeah, sorry for that, people. So you have taken many different and very nice marks over here. Himidiri, it's a brilliant mark that you got. Seran Minul, that is great. Onetra, that's great as well. Tamadi, it's a very little that you have to cover there, right? And others, I think you are having the markings in a correct way, right? So keep it up, people, right? It will help you to have the highest grade when it comes to the examination. Okay, so I'm moving to do the first question in the 2012. So the first one is asking convert binary number 10101001 into hexadecimal, show your computation. So it's a binary number. So when we are converting a binary into a hexadecimal, this is the shortest method. So the value is 10101001. So when we are converting a binary into a hexadecimal, we are going to divide this number into a group which contains 4 bits. So we consider each bit is a small binary number. So it has the place value of these things. Each and every group has the place value of 1, 2, 4, and 8. So we consider what is the value that is being created from this, right? So here it is 8 plus 2, it is 10. Here we only consider 8 and 2 because 1 is over on 8 and 2. So it's 10, it represents 10. Now 10 means for hexadecimal, it's capital A. This is 8 plus 1, which is 9. So we can put 9 in the same way. So the answer is going to be A9. You must write the base people in hexadecimal. Right? So if you got it correctly, you are given 2 marks. Right? So let me check with the marking scheme as well. Yeah. So A9 16. Right? So that is the easiest way. If you want to come up with an hard way, you can convert the binary into the decimal, and then you can convert decimal into the hexadecimal. Right? So anyway, you are going to receive the same answer, which is A9 in hexadecimal. So 2 marks. And in the second question, what they're asking is name a coding system used to represent characters at, comma, to, comma, A in computers. A coding system, right? So I'll go with the marking scheme. So you can take any of these things. Yeah, you can take Unicode, you can take ASCII, you can take EBCDIC, but not the BCD, right? Other than the BCD, all other techniques that we have learned, the ASCII code, EBCDIC, extended binary code decimal interchange code, and Unicode, everything can be taken as an answer. So any one of those, right, can be taken as a correct answer. So 2 marks if you have given any one of these techniques. And the third question, list 2 advantages of computer networks. Right? So these are the advantages that you can have from the computer network. And if you got any alternative answers, just let me know. Right? Data or file sharing, or file communicating or messaging, right? Hardware sharing or resource sharing, then software sharing, internet access sharing, right? security through centralized software management, and software can be managed centrally, right? Centralized hardware management has also can be taken, and cost reduction, right? So any 2 points will give you 2 marks. If you got any alternative answers, let me know those people. So I will tell you whether it can be taken as a correct one or not. Right, so 2 marks are given for that. And in the 4th one, consider the truth table given below. Modify the given logic circuit by inserting a single logic gate to represent the above truth table. So what we are provided with is a OR gate, right? And OR gate works how? So when A and B is given, for this AOB indicates by 0, 1, 1, 1. And if you look closely, this, if we invert this, we are going to take this output, right? So how to invert? We can create a NOT gate in front of this, right? So the answer is going to be a NOT gate. So this is the modification. You have to draw and show how the modification should happen, right? And the input and output should be marked correctly, right? And it specifically says no marks for no gate, right? We know this is a no gate. The combinational gate that you are going to receive is a no gate. But if you are drawing a no gate, they are not going to give you the marks, because they are asking what should be the modification that should happen to the gate that is provided with, right? So it should be this. If it drawn correctly, you can have 2 marks. All right, moving to the next question. 5th one, consider the following 2 columns. Select and write down suitable terms for A, B, C, D, and E from the following list. Translate a web address, that means a URL, to relevant IP address. That is a work of the DNS, domain name server, right? So this is going to be the A. And the second one is a service of the internet. Yeah. People, I'm sorry for this disturbing, but I have to answer. Just excuse me for a moment. Right, sorry for that. And the part B says is a service of the internet. Now, internet has many services, right? So like www, World Wide Web, is one of the service. So that's going to be the answer here. This is going to be the B, right? And what else we have as the services of the internet? We can have FTP, file transfer protocol as a service, and remote access as a service, email as a service, right? So there are many services in the internet, right? So C says uniquely identify each computer on the internet. For that, we need IP address. So this is going to be C. Separate the username and the domain name of an email address. That's an easy one. It's the @ symbol, right? So we got username at the left side. Then we have @ sign. Then we have the domain name like gmail.com, yahoo.com, and all these things, right? So this is going to become D. That clearly says this is going to be the E. Displays formatted web page on the screen. Right? So simple as that. Okay, people, is it clear up to this point? So each and everything is going to give you 2 marks. So let's see how the 5th one is going to give you the marks in the marking scheme. Right. So the marks, how they have given here. Ah, yes, it's like this. If all 5 are correct, 2 marks. 3 to 4 things are correct, 1.5 marks. 2 are correct, 1 mark. Only 1 is correct, 0.5 marks. That's how it happens. Right, so mark it accordingly, people. Moving to the 6th one. So the 6th one says, consider the following sentences, and we have the appropriate terms under the sentences, so we have to choose what it is. And it says a blank port in a computer can be used to connect external devices such as external hard disk drives, printers, mice, and scanners. Yeah, we can use USB, right? So this is become the choice A. Then the blank port can be used to connect the computer to internet. Yes, the network port will help us to connect the computer to the internet. C, it's saying the port is used to connect a monitor to a computer, definitely the VGA, right? So this is going to be C. Other than the VGA, what do we have? We have DVI port and we have HDMI. Even these two can be taken to connect a monitor with the system unit, right? And a blank port is used to connect a speaker to a computer, definitely a line out, right? So it's going to be the D, right? And what is PS2, people? This was the port where we connect mouse and the keyboard in olden days, or like the early days before it comes with the USB port, right? So A is USB, B is network, C is VGA, D is line out. This is how it's going to give you the marks, 0.5 for each. So 2 marks are given for each correct answer. Right, 0.5 are given for each correct answer, so totally 2 marks. And the 7th one, what do we have there? Yeah, in the 7th one, it says copy the following 2 tables A and B to your answer sheet and draw arrows between matching items of table A and table B. Yes, people, first thing, when you are copying these things, please copy it correctly, right? Don't jumble the things here and there, right? Otherwise, your effort will be in vain. Okay, so the computer monitor, much better answer is CRT, LCD, and LED, right? There are 3 types. So it is this. And CPU, Yes, much better choice is the computation. Digital camera, image capturing, hard disk, read and write heads, keyboard, QWERTY. We name it as QWERTY, QWERTY, because that is the one which defines the keyboard layout. More in like there are many different keyboard layout, but the most famous one is the QWERTY keyboard. QWERTY. If you look into your keyboard, you can see this QWERTY is in order. Right, keyboard එකේ ඔය පිළිවෙලටම ඒගොල්ලෝ ඉන්නේ. එකයි එකට QWERTY keyboard එක කියලා කියන්නේ. Right, QWERTY. Right, so if it goes like this, you are going to have the marks according to this. Again, 4 or 5 is correct, 2 marks. 3 are correct, 1.5 marks. 2 are correct, 1 mark. 1 is correct, only 0.5 marks. Right, so the maximum that you can have is 2 marks. All right, so I'm moving to the next question. The 8th one, it says a vehicle with 2 doors, X and Y, has an indicator light, Z, to show whether the 2 doors are properly closed. When one or both doors are open, the light will be on. When both doors are closed, the light will be off. Construct a truth table for the above scenario using following assumptions. For doors, close indicated by 0, open indicated by 1. For the indicator light, off indicated by 0, on indicated by 1. So the question has given us the variables. 2 doors, it is indicated by X and Y. The indicator light, that means the output, indicated by Z. So indicator light is the output. These 2 doors are the one which handles or which manipulates the output. So we got 2 inputs, that means X and Y, right? And Z is the output. So when you got 2 inputs, there will be 4 combinations. And we know what are the 4 combinations are. One door is open, other one can be closed. Let's take the very first combination. Both the doors are open and one door is open, another one is closed. This door is closed, this one is closed, this one is open, and both the doors are closed. I'm sorry, I have mixed up the zeros and 1. First one says both the doors are closed. Second one says the door X is closed, Y is open. Third one says door X is open, Y is closed. Last one says both doors are open. And how the indicator light works. When any one of the doors or the both are open, it indicates the indicator light is going to be on. So the very first combination 0, 0 indicates the doors are closed. So Z is not going to on. In all other scenarios, it's going to indicate 1 because here the door Y is open, here the door X is open, here both the doors are open. Right? So this is going to be your truth table, which will give you 1 mark. Right? And in B it says, what is the single logic gate that represents the above scenario? Yes, what is this, people? This is simply a OR gate, right? So OR gate is the one which gives us 1 as the output. At least 1 input is indicate 1 or true value inside the inputs, right? So this gives you an OR gate, right? So let's go through with the answers. Yeah, so this is the truth table. and the gate is the OR gate. So either you have to say it is OR gate or you have to draw the symbol and show. That can also be taken as a correct one. So for truth table, 1 mark. To representing of the gate, again 1 mark. So together it's 2 marks. All right. So moving to the next question, the 9th one. So it's regarding the multimedia lesson, right? In video editing software, it's a video editing, the blank feature organize and controls movie contents over time. Yeah. So it seems, yeah, suitable one is going through as timeline. Feature organize and control movie contents over time, right? So this is going to be A. And in the second blank, the blank can be used to insert sound into an animation file. Yeah, sound. Yes, now it has canvas, crop, import layer, magic wand, property inspector. Yes, we can import. Yeah, the import can be used to insert sound into animation. Yeah, most suitable one seems to be import. Let's check with the marking scheme as well. And in the third one, it says the blank allows to access and change the most commonly used attribute of a graphic animation. The property inspector, it says, right? Allows to access and change the most commonly used attributes of a graphic animation. So it's going to be property inspector, which is going to be the C. And the last one, it's this tool trims image on a graphic editing software. It's definitely the crop tool trims the image. So this is going to be the D. Let's check with the marking scheme as well. So yeah, yes. A goes with timeline, B goes with import, C goes with property inspector, D goes with crop, right? So 0.5 for each part. So it's going to give you 2 marks. Okay, so moving to the very last part of the first question, it says a program is required to perform 10 divisions. 10 divisions. The program accepts 2 numbers as input at each time. If the divisor, if 1 is divided by 2, the divisor is 2, okay, is not 0, then the division is carried out and the answer is printed. If the divisor is 0, then division by 0 is printed. The following pseudocode represents this scenario. Copy the pseudocode exactly as given and complete the blanks. Yeah, now it shows you, it talks about you about 10 divisions. So counter should be, you can take it, the for loop, to iterate for 10 times, right? So to iterate it for 10 times, you can go it with different ways. Like you can say counter from 0 to 9, still it goes 10 times. Or if you say from 1 to 10, again it goes for 10 times. If you say 2 to 11, again it goes for 10 times, right? 10 පාරක් iterate වෙන්න ඕන වෙන්නේ. ඒක නිසා පටන් ගන්න number එකයි ඉවර වෙන number එකයි අතර iteration එක කියන්නේ iterate වෙන ප්‍රමාණය 10ක් වුණා නම් ඕන එකක් accept කරන්න පුළුවන්. Right? We generally say it's from 1 to 10. Right? And then you have to take 2 numbers from the user, neither. accept two numbers as inputs. So you can say enter, or you can use obtain. Any word, even input is also correct, right? Enter, obtain, input, right? So those can be taken. Then first you have to check whether the divisor, that means the second number, right, is equals to 0, right? Because it says if 1 is divided by 2, the divisor is 2. That means the second number that you are going to input is going to be the divisor, right? Or else if you think the first number is the divisor, then you have to check the first number over here. Then when you are writing the answer, you have to say number underscore 2 divide by number underscore 1, right? You have the liberty of do that, right? Where number 1 එක divisor කියලා හිතනවා නම් මෙතනදී check කරන්න ඕනේ whether that number 1 number underscore 1 equals to 0 කියලා. Number 2 එක divisor එක කියලා හිතනවා නම් then you have to check here number underscore 2 equals to 0. So I'll take number 2 as the divisor. So I'm checking number underscore 2 equals to 0. So what I'm going to print here is this, division by a 0. This is going to be printed here. Or else I'm going to do according to my calculation, it's number 1 going to be divided by number underscore 2. Then I'm going to print the answer, this same answer, the same variable I'm going to use here. Then it's going to be done, right? And alternatively, if someone says number underscore 1 over here, if it is going to be checked, then this place it should be number underscore 2 divided by number underscore 1. People, is that clear? Yes, everyone? Is that clear? Right. Okay. So I'll go through the marking scheme as well. So here we go. Yeah, they have taken count 1 to 10. As I told you, it can be any two numbers which has the difference of 9, right? 10න් එකක් ගියාම 9යිනේ. ඒ වගේ 9ක වෙනසක් තියෙන ඕනම numbers දෙකක් ඔතනට පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්. And you can use input, get, read, enter, any kind of word. They have used number 2, number underscore 2 equals 0. So you can use number underscore 1 equals 0 as well, right? So they have given 0.5 to for the defining of the range, and 0.5 for both inputs, and 0.5 for saying for checking some number is equal to 0 and having the message division by 0, and 0.5 to doing the operation and printing the answer, right? That's how the 2 marks are being given. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the first question. So you can see how much you got out of 20, right? So by next week, we are going to end, we are going to finish the 2012, the rest of the questions. And if you got the chance, we are going to discuss the 2013 MCQ one as well. So get ready with the 2013 MCQ as well. And if you have not done the 2012 paper, it's time for you to practice and write the answers, right? So I'll see you on next week for the very same time to discuss the 2012 second part. And if you got a chance, we go for the 2013 MCQ as well. Right? Thank you very much, people. And keep it up, right? Keep the spirit and get ready with the papers. Okay, people. Thank you very much and have a very nice weekend. All right. All right. Minha, thank you.
Thank you,
Right.
sir.
Okay. Right. Okay, Minul. Right. Okay, Saran.